Now, I know a lot of us have got these thinker molds, and there were quite a lot of them about, and quite a lot of kits of them about as well. And I'll link them in the description below, along with the kit, if you want to get and make these. But I want to do something that's slightly different with these, and so I'm going to do a bit of an experiment that I hope is going to make them a little bit more stand out, and hopefully something that will sell really, really well. I've written up quite a few different words. So I've got adore, cherish, admire, treasure, etc, etc. And what I've done is I've printed them off in different size fonts. You could do them probably in different colours if it works out. I'm not sure how well it's going to work out, but we will see. What I'm now going to do is cut these up into individual words. And if you haven't got a cutter like this, then you can always do them with a pair of scissors or a knife. I love this cutter. It is so easy to use, and you can get replacement blades for it as well. It's very cheap. And I've had this one years. And then once I've got the words all in strips like this, what I'm going to do is cut them down so it's just the one word and an even amount of paper going across them, so they're all like that. And put them in somewhere safe so I don't lose them. Ice cream tub. Well, I've got all my bits cut up now, and I'm ready to pour these. What I'm going to do is mix up a bit of resin first so I can put it in there. Now, I don't need much. I'm only going to mix up 60 ml to start with before I carry on and do anything else. I'm also going to show you what I'm going to do and use from preventing all the little sayings to floating up and moving. Hopefully I've got enough sayings there. There's a lot more there than there actually looks. So I think that's quite important. Because I don't want to spend any more time cutting them out. So I've got my resin mixed up, and all I'm going to do is put a little bit around everywhere that I'm going to put some of these little sayings, and scroop that around with my finger as well, so it's covering everywhere. Now, it might roll off and I might end up having to put some more on, but that's no problem. And then I'm going to take my words like this and then start to put them in. Now, I don't think this inkjet ink will run, but it might, but we can live with that because I want that resin to soak into that paper. And I'm just going to build them up like this with different sizes going in different places. Now, I'm not also too worried if some are upside down or some are going round the wrong way or some overlap each other. It isn't about that. And once I've got it filled up and letters everywhere where I want them, I'll show you how I'm going to keep them in place once I pour my final lot of resin, so these bits don't all float up. And you'll be really surprised at the technique I'm going to use. Okay, so I've got my resin mixed up now, and I've got a spare bowl as well. Now, what I'm going to do is put some white pigment in this to start with, because that white will really help that ink show up as well. No sparkly in this one. You know me. It's a surprise that there's no sparkly in it, but I don't think I need any sparkly in this one. So I'm going to give that a good mix so that it's fully mixed in there, no streaky bits. And now I'm going to pour a little bit into this bowl. Now I'm going to take my hamster bedding, which is this paper, and I'm going to pop that in there. I don't know if you saw, I did a whole video where I used sawdust and hamster bedding and made some pots, and my god did they come out brilliant. I love them. And so many people now, I had so many people contact me and say, oh, will you make me one? Will you make me one? So I'm going to be making some more, and they were so cheap. So I want that to be very well saturated in there, like that. And then what I'm going to do is fill these up with this saturated paper, because that will prevent, hopefully, those little labels, when I come to pour in my resin over the top of it, from floating and moving. Now, not compacting it really tightly, because that's not what I'm looking for. I just want to stop it floating up. Now, if I'd got enough of these things written out, which I didn't quite have enough. This one here hasn't got as many in them as the others. I could lay some of them on the back as well, but I haven't. I've got my resin and all that mixed up, and I don't want to have to go and spend time cutting them out and getting them all, printing them while this resin is going off, because I don't want to waste this resin. Although this Crystal Clear by Tea Expert does give you a really nice working time as well, and it's blimmin' hot in here today. It's absolutely sweltering in here today. It's a great resin, and as a result, I'm always confident in it. So now that's done like that, all I'm going to do is very slowly trickle some of this over the top so it absolutely fills in all the gaps. So when it comes to demolding, it's going to be a nice and solid piece. And then I'll finish off the other ones exactly the same way, and we can have a look at them together when they're going to be ready for demolding, which hopefully will be tomorrow. Well, here's a great bit of information for you that Resin Crete have just told me about, that the flower mould with the whole kit and the angel kit, which come with Resin Crete and everything that you need, great presents for someone, instead of being $25.99 are reduced to $13.99. But it is only while stocks last, and I know they are going quickly because my members group have already had this link, because they always get special offers first before everybody else. So the discount code is in the description below, along with the link to follow to get these at these brilliant knockdown prices. Get them now, put them by for Christmas, or use them yourself and have some fun. Great value. Amazing value. I'm going to order some. Well, these are nice and cured now, and I'm really quite excited about taking these out. They look from this side really good, but that doesn't mean anything, does it? They could look awful once they've been demolded. Now, the paper will have gone a little bit translucent, but I hope it has, because that's what I want. That's why I added the white to it. And I have got a little bit of overpouring in a couple of places, so I'm just going to go around and tidy that up. It's very thin, so it's not going to cause a problem. But overall, I think that one's come out really well. I like that a lot. And it's different to what we normally do with these moulds. And that's what I like to try. Something a little bit different. Yeah, and that one's come out nice. A little bit overpour again, but we can just take that off. That will come off really easily with a blade. Yeah, so I think that one's come out really well too. Let's look at the third one. So I'm really pleased how they've come out, and I'm definitely going to do some in a different colour. The words are easy to read, and why I really like them is because they're very different to anything else I've seen out there. And I'm sure if you took something like this that's different to a fair, then they would sell really well, because everybody that makes thinker moulds kind of does them in a solid colour or a marbling colour. Again, very different. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Boom that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check out the video that's coming up next. I think you'll love that video. Click it. It really helps my channel to get out there. But most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye. So if you're looking to see what comes in my kit, you get this extra large mat, and that's the size of the one I'm working on here. It is colossal. You get several pairs of nitrile gloves. You get 3 stirrers. You get some of these nice little small measuring cups, ideal for colours. You also get 2 of these smaller mixing cups and 2 of these larger mixing silicone jugs, and they're good quality silicone, and all the measurements are accurate. I'm sorry if it keeps going out of stock, but keep an eye out. It does get put back into stock really, really quickly. I can't get it all back in the box. There's so much of it. Again, links in the description of this video.